Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. This is the Historical Commission at work. And the first thing I should say is, nice to see you again. Most of us can still be
Oh, we don't even
seen.
need a mask.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't
No,
need,
no,
you
no,
could
no.
keep it on.
No, I didn't, no one places
Get
are.
used to it, yeah. No, we're maskless
Okay.
now.
Freewheeling.
So let us stand and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's always good to have a teacher in the group because how many times have you had to do the Pledge of Allegiance, do you think? That'd be,
When I started, we had the morning prayer.
oh, all right.
Back
Well,
in, that's how long,
that's a long time.
that's a long time ago.
All right, we're here. We are going to have a public hearing at 6:40 for 15 Cottage Road. But in the meantime, we got the minutes, last minutes, which were from October. You all got them in the mail, in the email. And we didn't wind up getting our last meeting that we thought we were going to get. So I am entertaining a vote on accepting the minutes that were sent out. Do I have a second? Okay.
I second the motion that we accept the minutes that were sent out.
All right. All in favor?
Sounds like
Aye.
I have all ayes, so good deal. One thing off our list, I didn't have it even here. We do have a program to announce on Thursday this week. Now, that would be the 17th, St. Patrick's Day for us Irish. It's going to be a little different because it's at the tavern, and it's video that has been made of the tavern, explaining what's in there. A few of the more notables are in it. That's me and, and Bob Ducharme. It's fun. Actually, even Orifin's in that for the folks at home that haven't seen her since she retired. There is Mr. Meyer. Nice to see you.
I see you.
I was just starting and saying the tavern's got a program Thursday. I don't know if
What time is that, 7?
yeah, I
I think it is 7.
yeah,
7?
7 o'clock. It's going to be the first program we've had in the tavern in a couple of years. So it's a video of the tavern. Takes about a half hour. It's going to be a stellar performance. There's an enormous screen being set up, television, smart TV, whatever, professionally done. The video
Who's doing
was
that?
professionally
Who's doing all that?
done.
Who has the expertise to do all that?
You buy people.
Oh, it happens here too, right?
Yeah, we're renting the equipment for the day
Oh, wow.
because we want to make sure it's
Done right.
going to look right. And so it's a stellar night. I don't know if there'll be a red carpet. I think there should be.
Maybe Oscar nominations and such?
Well, some of us,
I wouldn't go there.
Anyway, it's at 7 o'clock. It's run about a half hour, and everybody's welcome to come on up. And there's actually going to be refreshments. Again, the first time in
2
a
years.
couple of years. So it's
What
going
kind
to
of
be like the
refreshments?
old
Anything
days.
good?
Pardon?
Anything good refreshments or?
No alcohol, sorry.
Ah, okay, forget
Oh,
it.
yeah.
No.
no.
Need a license.
The usual assortment of apricot squares, brownies, cookies, whatever.
Mhm.
But homemade, all of it, so it's worth coming out.
Probably coffee.
Yep, yep. So everybody, if you miss it, because obviously this may be playing on a number of different dates, it will be attached to the Black Tavern website eventually. I don't know how soon, but now that we'll be over the inaugural showing, there should be no reason to hold it up very much,
Just got the name.
you know. But it's worth watching. It's really nice because we knew, you know, with the kiddos in the fourth grade, usually come every year,
Mm.
and we've been fifth grade, third grade.
Third.
But it used to be the fourth, no?
Yeah, at one time it was the fourth.
Yeah,
No, it's been the third for a long
it
time.
used to be fourth. Well,
I go
I mean-
back a long time.
Well,
Third,
since
fourth.
I've been liaison.
third, fourth grade, they're kiddos, you know?
They are kiddos.
And we've missed doing that with them, and, you know, they've kind of been robbed of this. So now they could watch and say, oh, that's kind of,
I offered it.
pardon?
The kids who are currently fourth and fifth grade have missed their tavern visits.
Right.
I emailed the old liaison, Kirsty Miller, and offered the video to them
Yeah, oh, good.
for viewing in school at some point if they're interested.
Yeah.
Haven't heard back from her yet,
Yeah.
but the third grade's coming this year.
And it's good in the video, because you can just
Yeah.
pause it. All right, enough of that one. Or go forward, skip through that. All right, so that's gonna happen. We have a vacancy or two on the board. I'm hoping someone will get excited about it. I just did the annual report, and it's gonna be in the annual report. We're looking for members. So maybe if anyone reads the annual report, two, if they read our annual part in the annual report, that would indicate that they have some interest. So that's as good a crowd to look for, you know, to join us. So anyone at home thinking, hey, they have fun at their meeting, come on out. We would love to have you. Let me mention, we'll go down here to future events for the town. Tercentennial planning. We're 10 years away now, exactly 10 years, from a celebration for the tercentennial. I am going to go to the Board of Selectmen shortly and indicate we would like a committee to move forward and consider what should be in that. I read the notes from the last one of the 250th, and there were a lot of problems, and the biggest problem I recognized in their notes was they said they didn't start soon enough, and they weren't well organized. So by the time it crept up on them, suddenly they were behind the ball, trying to get things to play out. It's also going to be not only the 300th for Dudley, it's going to be the 200th for Webster, since Webster was peeled off from Dudley 100 years into Dudley's origin. Of course, Dudley was peeled off from Oxford too, so it seems to be the thing. I don't anticipate anybody peeling off in the next 10 years to establish another town. I think we're done with that. But they're going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be having their 200th anniversary. So I have talked to the other people on the Webster Dudley Historical Society. That's the folks that have the old schoolhouse on School Street, a little red schoolhouse, and indicated that we would like to be working with them and the town. And there is now a historical commission, I believe, in Webster, so we're gonna try and run in tandem a little bit. Hi there.
Hey, who are you?
Hi.
Hi, come on in, pull up a chair. I didn't know there'd be two people.
Hey, this is my wife Marlene, I'm Ronnie Thunberg.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Sit up here.
All right, I'm gonna
Give me a
stop,
fortune table.
I'm gonna stop yakking. We were just discussing that we're gonna have a 300th
6:43.
anniversary for the town in 10 years. But some of us know we have to plan way in advance,
Sure.
because I'm gonna have to have a limo, because by then I won't be moving.
Oh, you'll be fine.
They might just have to prop me up, or dig me up, you never know.
Sure.
Anyway, you're Mr. Thunberg?
Yes, Sam.
And you have a cottage on Cottage Road.
That's right.
Why not?
Why not? Appropriately named.
And you're looking to remove it
Right.
because you want to build a better house.
Yeah.
Okay, so, time, David, we're going to
Got
officially.
it already.
You did it?
Yep.
Okay, we're officially in the public hearing. So what we do here is we discuss with you what your plans are, what's existing, what you have coming, and we determine through this hearing whether the building you're asking to demolish has any significant value to the town.
Sure.
So, significant structure criteria. This is just like back in school, isn't it great? There are 4 things that we would be looking for. 1, National Register. We know it is not on the National Register, that there's nothing on that road that is. So that one's done. Historic importance. I don't have any files that indicate there's anything historic happening ever there
Right.
that anyone's talking about.
That's right.
So I think we're safe on that one,
I
unless
think
you
we're
know
safe.
something that I know. My files don't have anything. Architectural importance. I haven't even seen the place. Have you found this?
No, it's not visible from the road.
Yeah, it's the 1960s, I understand.
54 construction, I
Yeah.
think.
And so it does meet the 50-year, look back
Right.
as a potential,
Yep.
but we rarely get excited about that unless it was designed by a very specific, unusual architect. I'm doubting it, right?
You know, I'm doing it too. It's funny, I took some pictures, we removed the trees last spring, and when I was there, I was taking pictures, and sometimes Amazon
Google.
or Google
Yes.
will group the pictures for you, and
Oh.
it names it based on your stories. So at the same time, I took some pictures of the place that I'm at now. It's a gazebo, it's on the water, and it called it Snow Shot Stories. So the day before, or day after, I had taken pictures of 15 Cottage Road as we were taking the trees down. They called it the Land of the Lost Voices.
Really?
I'm not kidding you.
I love that terminology.
I'm not kidding you. And I look at my phone, I'm like, you kidding me? What is this, the Land of the Lost Voices? It was pictures of the house. Like,
Yeah.
so, this will give you some idea. Is my approach?
Yeah, yes.
It'll give you some idea what the front looks like from the street.
Okay.
You just see the very top of the house.
Yes, exactly. And there was too much snow for me to go climbing up,
Yeah, I don't blame you.
looking around. Today would have been
Can I just say
easier.
it's an eyesore?
Yeah, there's nothing really to
You're right
sell.
next to
It's
the
full
lead.
of mold. It had-
Yes.
It's a little low, it's sinking. up.
Yeah, it's been deteriorating for years.
Thank you.
So what do you plan on doing? I assume also not only does it not have architectural excitement, but geographical.
No.
Why do we say geographical? That's a weird name suddenly. It's not an icon.
I guess you
Nobody can even
maybe
see
it has to
it.
do with something like like an old mill or something like that,
Yeah.
or a geographical location, maybe.
There are so
something.
few buildings in town that we've determined to be structurally significant.
Sure.
But they tend to be old mills.
Sure.
I say that, and once somebody came to us with a shed and just said, I want to take the shed down, but it was it was the privy to the big house.
Oh.
And I went, well, it really was a very important
Well,
structure.
it can't go without a privy.
So what are you planning on putting in its stead?
We're planning on building a nice house. It's gonna be I'm gonna raise it one story from what you just saw.
Yeah.
So we would raise that one story and put the roof above that. And then it's a pretty steep slope down to the water. Right now, there's 2 stories. One's a basement.
Yeah.
And then a first floor. So you don't actually see the first floor from the pictures. So that'll all be redone. There's a front porch. We're gonna build that back in, basically the same foundation.
Yeah.
So the same location, we're gonna build it up. And it'll have a nice set of front porches on it. Similar type roof, but it's gonna be, modern.
Balcony for the 4th of July fireworks?
Exactly. We never have fireworks on Hayden Pond. Are you kidding
Oh.
me?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I live on Pierpont, so.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
I know what happens out there in
Yeah.
the woods.
What fireworks?
All right, questions? Anybody?
Straightforward.
Okay. Do you have questions for us?
So if you approve this tonight, which I hope you do, you send your report back to the building inspector so he can issue the demolition permit?
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right.
If we find it does not have significance, and you'll know shortly,
Sure.
usually by tomorrow, I've got an email into the building department.
Perfect.
And they know that they can cross that one off
Perfect.
the list, as you know.
Sure.
Of all the exciting things that you have to do.
I know. I think we're finally getting down to the end of it.
Yeah.
It would be nice to take the building down because it is not only an eyesore, but it's also a hazard,
Yeah.
at this point. There's no one in it, and it's an attractive nuisance at this point, so I'd like to get it down.
Good. All right, so, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Make a motion to close this public
Second.
hearing.
Second?
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Public hearing is closed. And do I have a motion on the structure?
I make a motion that the structure is not of historical significance, and therefore the demolition should be granted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Unanimous. It has no significance.
Right.
Thanks.
Yes. If you had to save that, we'd be
I
all in
think
big
the rest of
trouble.
the pond will be grateful for your decision here.
That's right. The rest of the pond's gonna be like, good, it's gone.
Thank God it's
Absolutely.
gone.
How many buildings are left on Hayden Pond that are really, quote, older cottages? And even that one wasn't that old. I mean,
No, it just wasn't
Basically, it was
maintained for
developed in the
years,
1950s, mid-1950s,
yeah.
that whole area
That
was
wasn't,
developed.
that wasn't that bad. 'cause,
No.
But on Pierpont, we're down to maybe 2 that really have aged.
Yeah, they're going away on Hayden Pond.
Yeah.
That little cottage corner, those are all
Yeah, there's
small
there's a
little-
couple still, yeah,
Yeah.
Gamer Acres, or whatever they call it. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
there's
hard
there's
to
a few of
believe,
them.
but there was a time when it was not chic to live on a pond.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And that wasn't that long
Even
ago.
when you look at like the surveys and stuff they did back then, they didn't spend a lot of time surveying, land wasn't worth that much.
So why would you want to live on a mill pond?
Right. I
Yep.
know.
Great. All right. Hey,
Well, thank you, guys,
Have
I
at it.
appreciate your help, and
Good thing.
glad to see you. You're almost neighbors.
That's right.
we're very close to
We
the.
share that same road getting up there anyway.
That's right.
We let you go on our Pierpont.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Take
So
care.
long.
Have a great night.
You too, have a good night.
Have fun taking it down.
Yeah, paying the bills for the, woof. Okay, anyway, I was back at Terracentennial Planning. I would say getting at least a very basic group together, just to start thinking about what should be involved, and then laying it out. Because I would hope the town would attempt a couple of unique events and/or projects in anticipation of that date. So one I have in mind is a park, and the old Dye House would be the location, of course. So those are the kinds of things I want to bring to some kind of committee that would be ongoing. And they would figure out, okay, that makes sense, or the town should also have walking trails. Or,
We have some.
yeah, some more walking trails, you know, or a network of walking trails, or something like that. And maybe there should be a, I don't know.
You know what you need?
What?
I can't remember the name now. If you go up Hill Street in Webster, or, yeah, it used to be Webster because it's Hill Street, right after the road to the sewer treatment plant,
Yeah.
there's two houses, and then there's a driveway, which is actually a right-of-way.
Mhm.
I can't remember the name of that right-of-way now, but it goes all the way down to the soccer field.
Really?
Yeah, it's through the woods, there's no road there, but the legal right-of-way goes all the way, it's Fenner. Goes all the way through to the soccer fields, to that sort of like parking lot where the town dumps the snow and everything.
Oh,
It comes out actually just above that. There's a walking trail that starts at the railroad tracks on Perryville Road
mhm.
that goes through and dies against the cyclone fence. I guess it's part of the Providence and Worcester Railroad property. What would be really nice would be if we could connect those two.
Well, we've been looking at trying to get some of those looped in with the Perryville piece and the rail trail coming.
Yeah, because you could, I mean,
Down.
once you get past.
Yeah. And that's a good one. Must be a snow road.
Yeah, I mean, that would just extend those two trails, because you'd go right
Yeah.
across the bridge.
And that's a good 10-year project. You know,
Yeah.
it takes that long to get the interested parties, to find the owners of certain pieces of land, to get the covenants drawn and agreed to and all of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And then I think what we'll be looking for is some, not only celebratory things, but futuristic. You know, what are we going to pass on? If we say all was others, all will be others, what's the will be going to be? You know, what are we giving to the future here in the town? So there are lots of things that could be in it. So, as we say, put your little thinking caps on. You people at home, if you're interested, contact me, and we'll see about, you know, the beginnings of this thing. Start to have public hearings, little things about people's ideas, and then put a structure around it so that we know the thing's gonna have some good bones to move forward. Because it shouldn't be just this commission that does it. It needs to be a town.
I think it's too
townwide.
big.
Oh,
It's
that's an
It's huge.
It's an enormous
Huge
project. That's why we got 10 years, or the town has 10 years, not a, it's the we Batman.
I love the idea they have in Putnam along that river walkway,
Yep,
where they have, I haven't been down there in a while. I call it like pieces of poetry or whatever on those, you know, give it a little bit of a literary
Mhm.
touch. I like that
Where's the
idea.
other
yeah,
one?
yeah. There are all kinds of things, and, you know, the schools are certainly gonna get involved in this.
Oh, I
and-
love so.
And we want things that are, you know, arts and music and structures. There are all kinds of delightful possibilities out there, but you gotta start it early.
I always thought that the old library would be a little little museum of some sort, but
It could be the Museum of Fungus, right?
it's pretty bad, I know. But I mean, I didn't know
Science
till-
experiment.
A science trip. There we go.
There we go, science museum.
Dudley Science.
It's
So
in
watch
tough-
mold
tough
grow.
shape. It is.
Well, I know they, what is it, Dippin' Donuts bought it for their
Yes.
parking area?
Yes.
Yeah.
But, before all that, when I rode by, I think, gee, that would be,
It's tough. Those, I sit on the board for the Little Red Schoolhouse in Webster. It's tough owning a little building like that and having the wherewithal to display things. It's a small museum.
There are options.
Upkeep is tough, but that one's been very lucky. The Janet Malzer Humanities Trust again, which supports our things and lots of other stuff in the Dudley, Webster, Oxford area, has been good with them. So now it looks good. They've actually spruced up the entrance now, and we're slowly.
what's inside?
Artifacts people have donated, things about the town, Webster and Dudley.
Wow, I read
Because-
that the library is now having a library of things, old things. Did you
No.
read about that?
Not old things.
Oh, anything.
The libraries are now having things that you can take out and use.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was for display.
No,
Oh, I see.
no, these are things you can borrow, just like a book. Only they've been doing it on some things like
Cake pans, I saw that at one point, but now
If
they're
you said,
expanding their.
oh, I want to bake a cake for this particular thing, and you say, I'm not going to go out and buy a pan, there's one at the library.
Oh.
But you got to remember, it takes a lot of space. And I know there's some libraries that actually let out power tools. I can't.
Is it a library or
Can't
Home Depot?
imagine. Not the Dudley Library, trust me, not the Pearl Crawford. But
Who
can you
knows?
imagine?
Somebody may
Oh,
donate a hand drill or
Yeah,
something.
right, exactly. I just need a hand drill for this one little project,
Yeah.
or a chainsaw to cut my leg off. Whatever.
You ever been to Oxford?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that beautiful history room downstairs.
Oh, they have a wonderful history room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see,
Oh, that would,
yeah,
Well,
I could see
let's
that.
face it, the Dudley, the Crawford Library has the local history room, but that's really just for books,
That's mostly books
periodicals.
and maps.
Yes,
But I'm thinking,
but artifacts,
I mean, the tavern has a bunch,
yes,
and if I had to, I'd swear on a stack of Bibles that Nichols College probably has a bunch in Academy Hall.
sure.
But I think that there's room in that Pearl Crawford Library, the new one. It's big enough that they could probably set aside a exhibition space and stuff could be, moved in a couple months at a time.
Well, I do caretake that one little window next to the local
Yeah.
history room and try to change it up. And that's a great little place to just quickly look at something, get the background on it. Same thing, I just put an exhibit of Stevens Mill textiles.
Okay.
As you come into the library on the left, there's a
oh, yeah.
display thing. Did you see it?
I was very interested in that.
There you are.
You did that?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good- Wonderful job.
I don't know. I just don't, but, for instance, Old Sturbridge Village has a fairly substantial, it's probably 24 or more historical volumes of account books, including the account books of Merino Dudley Wool Manufacturing and Dudley Wool and Company.
Yeah, yeah.
They also have at least one painting that, I was reminded of this because somebody sent me an email about the farm.
Mm.
That farm that I think is on the far end of the hill they have a painting of it. I think that's,
Which
that lady
farm?
that sent us
Pick a farm.
huh?
The far end.
I can't remember, Ewell, the cabinet shop.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't get that from the town clerk? This lady asked for information on the Ewells and on this farm. She sent a picture of a painting of that farm
Hmm.
and wanted to know if it was still there.
Yeah.
I believe that painting, if I'm not mistaken, is owned by Old Sturbridge Village. It's in their collection.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff could make a really nice exhibit. Since it's not exhibited at the village, maybe they could loan it to us for a month or two
Yeah.
and we could exhibit it. I mean, I'm sure they could come up with other artifacts that have Dudley provenance. You know, maybe somebody's wood stove or, but, you know, they've got like 30 or 40 of them in the collection.
Wood stoves?
Little parlor stoves.
Oh, okay.
Cooking stoves.
I'm just thinking in the library. I don't know.
Not to use it, but they're
Display.
clean. But my point is that we should think about how we could portray this 300-year history. You could do a history day of, or an exhibit on textile mills.
Exactly.
You could do an exhibit on the old stage line, maybe. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of history here.
And we've got a lot of time to do it, so.
Yeah.
And in the Fells Room is a great one if it's a hanging exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Not so great if it's a big piece that has to be seen, because that
Well,
room
I'm
gets a
thinking-
lot of use.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like display case exhibits.
Yeah.
No.
And there's a lot of different displays in the library, and then even the town here has space.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Dippin' Donuts needs to have an exhibit.
But
Do you know, I've
That's
never.
where everybody goes.
I've never been
No, I sent my wife.
You've never been?
to Dippin' Donuts.
No, I park outside to send my wife in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've never bought anything, well, you know, I am gonna buy, I don't know if they have gift trays or something, because we had a death in the family, and the funeral is on Friday, and somebody suggested, well, why don't we get from Dippin' Donuts, you
Yeah.
know, the bagels and the whatever, and I said, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And they said, you better, because you've never even been in the place.
No, you can go and order it. and
Yeah, I'm
tell
gonna go
them what you
tomorrow
want.
and order it for
Yeah.
pickup on Thursday.
Yep, yep.
Well, that's good to know.
And
And
it-
people rave about it. I
Oh.
know they rave about it.
Hello,
good donuts are
some
good.
of us are addicts, you know. The COVID really threw us.
Oh, I bet.
Because we were there all the time. Like, well, I can't go there now.
Yeah, donuts are good.
But that's why they
coffee's
have a drive-through too.
What are they doing at Dunkin' Donuts in Webster, Main Street? What's
good.
it?
Which one?
It's up
the old
for
one.
rent.
Yeah,
Oh, is it for
It's up
rent?
for rent.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
I never thought that would close.
Well, they opened the one down below.
Yeah, they have
Oh,
the
no,
drive-through,
Yeah, but it's right on the line.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they
No, I just didn't know what the reasoning was, because that.
I mean, you got
they
Dippin',
had so many walk-ins
Dunkin',
on the main street.
You had a second
They're not gonna
Dunkin',
walk all the way
and
down.
then on East Main you had Honeydew. How many donut franchises can survive in 3 months?
I don't know, yeah.
Well, as many as
Many
the
as there's
pizza.
pizza places
as the
in
pizza
Southbridge.
place.
And-
How about the
and
pizza
liquor
places in our own
stores.
town?
Yeah, look at a few.
Southbridge has more.
Really?
Bar
I
rooms.
think I counted
liquor
once, it's like
stores,
12 places.
Pizza
12
places, donuts, we got it all.
Mm.
I don't know how we're still surviving.
As long as we have places that sell Hershey bars, I'm good.
Oh, there you- there.
That's my weakness right there. Oh,
Now you've made everybody at home want a snack.
very hungry.
So anyway, I'll be going forward with
Mm-hmm.
this to try and set this up and establish something that's ongoing. And then the town will probably have to consider funding. It's a lot easier to fund over a 10-year period
Mhm.
Oh,
and
sure.
start a little kitty, because the current kitty for the town for a centennial presentation is like $100. It is a line item somewhere.
Does anybody know why it's called Kitty?
No, do you?
No,
Oh, I don't know.
I have to ask, what's her name, Siri? Somebody knows.
Isn't-
That's a
I
good
wonder-
question. That's why we
I
have
wonder if it's a
computer-
poker term.
Pardon?
I wonder if it's a poker term. Because they talk
Feed
about the pot
kitty.
as being a kitty.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, we'll work on that and try and get things exciting going. Let me tell you also, I don't have it on here. I went to the grand opening of the Slater Experience on Ray Street in Webster. Now, if you've been reading the local newspapers, you've been seeing pictures, you know, it's coming. Now it's there, it's open. And I must say, it is beyond Webster. It's beyond Worcester. It's a Boston event.
So it's
It's
pretty
that
impressive then.
beautifully presented.
Really?
You will be stunned. And Chris Robert, who is financing this is his dream, has spared no expense to get stuff, artifacts and displays, holographic stuff. At one point in the experience, they don't call it a museum, it's an experience. They embed you in it. You're on the ship and you're coming over and you're Samuel Slater and the ship's moving and the sea's spraying you. It's that kind of fun thing. It's gonna be great for school trips, absolutely fabulous. Because you see the rigging and everything on the ship. You could spend all kinds of class hours just on what did they need to get over, how long did it take to get over, how difficult was it, you know, and all of the rigging and stuff that would have gone on with it. And then you're in the spinning room, and the noise, and the pictures of who was working there, little kids,
Mhm.
frightening, you know, that child labor was really what ran that.
You know why they use little kids?
Pardon?
You know why they used them?
Because they were tiny. and
Yeah, they fit under the looms.
Yeah. Yeah.
We used to take a field, I would
10
call it,
cents a day.
a field trip up to Lowell,
Yes.
to the mills up there.
Oh, we used to
Yeah.
go to Pawtucket.
This would be a lot more relevant and easier to digest. They go through that, they have, at the end as you're coming through, Webster Main Street, all the storefronts, the Monexit Hotel, for those of us that are really old, Dugan's Drug, the Times,
Vernon Drug?
you know, just
Oh.
Dugan's.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, you got one, you got no.
No, I
room to
just
put
wondered,
two.
because you're saying the main street, I'm
Well, just a
picturing what was
few
there.
choices.
that's what, East Main, over there?
No, that's Maine.
Main,
East Main is the part that goes from where the credit union used to be to where Price Chopper is now.
Yeah,
That's East Main.
but it's just back in the
That's
day.
what- Yeah, but that's where the drugstore was, Rexall.
Well, the
It was on
Dugan's
Main.
was on the corner of Pleasant Street.
Right, but the one she was talking about,
Oh,
that was right at the intersection of
no.
Slate.
Across from Pleasant Street was Gay's Drug.
Right. But across from Slater Street,
Yeah,
it was on that corner, I remember.
no, Dugan?
No,
Not
Dugan,
Dugan's.
Vernon
Right.
Drug.
Vernon Drug.
All of you
was-
people at home now that are arguing with us.
We're
and
not
saying,
arguing.
what is their problem?
yeah, right. We move
The
on?
need to be right.
No, what was the
No.
one on the corner of Park Ave and Main?
Park Ave? Oh, way up East Main.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
Remember
But-
that?
No.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was, it said, it wasn't Rexall, but I
People are
remember.
gonna call me now.
It was right on the corner. It was a pharmacy.
Don't
there.
call me.
We move on?
There was a Vernon Drug right on Main Street.
All right,
Oh,
I do know that.
okay, we're done with drugstores.
Okay, let's move on to,
Preservation.
People need to get to this experience and see it. I did take 20 people from my high school class, class of 61, and we went and toured it before it really was officially open.
You saw the pictures in the paper?
Yes, and they were astounded that this was now in Webster, that this was presented.
Actually, you were quoted in that article.
Oh, yes, well, you know, when they were looking for words, they just call me. But it was something that every class reunion group should also add to their things. 'Cause that's, why just go out for a meal when you can have a whole different experience? And they came back to those that didn't sign up for it, just went for the meal, and they were like, oh, we missed it. I said, it's open now, go ahead.
Mm.
Anybody coming to visit you must see it. Just put it down as gotta go there. And I think the draw may take some while, but you're gonna wind up pulling people from lots of area towns interested in that kind of embedded experience of the mill. All right, enough. You might think they paid me for this. Preservation project, Village Cemetery. I do have a report, I guess you'd call it a report, from the historic land, what would you
Christie?
call it? Yeah.
She's I don't know.
It's historic landscapes or something like that.
Yeah, well, she's a landscape scholar.
Yeah, and explaining the time of that cemetery and what would be appropriate for plantings in it.
Oh.
So we're gonna, now that the snow's gone, be able to say, okay, let's decide where we wanna start putting in some plants. We aren't gonna put trees in yet because in about a year, they're gonna tear up the road in front and shift it a bit.
I think it's gonna be before a year, don't you?
Well, I don't know.
I went to that meeting on Monday night, the public forum for the sidewalks and where they're gonna go and where they're gonna connect.
For that area?
Uh,
Could be, because there, or is it still Mason Road?
Mason Road was like, that's what I went for. I mean, I was
Mason
in-
Road's,
I was interested in that. But they
Right.
started with the intersection right in front of the golf course,
okay, all right,
you know, and up the hill, and it's gonna connect over to Shepherd Hill,
yes,
and, you know,
yes. And they've already had a meeting scheduled? I'll have to check on it, because I haven't heard.
they had the selectmen with the planning board and the public were invited. It was Monday, it's today, it was Monday night.
Yesterday.
No, it wasn't, it was last Monday,
Week from yesterday.
yeah.
I don't, see,
I
And I gotta tell you,
Listen,
tell
I
them-
went to the town hall to ask what was happening with that, and they sent me up to, who's the secretary out here with the select?
Michelle.
Yeah, she's the one that told me, you
Yeah.
know, attend that meeting, I think it was March 7th. March 7th.
That would be
Monday.
today. Yeah, that's a week ago.
no one mentioned it to me.
It wasn't in the paper.
Uh,
I just found
It's
out.
annoying to me that a lot of this stuff happens, and,
It's annoying to me too,
Yeah.
because I just found out by accident, really.
right,
Have you been watching cable access?
there you go. Okay.
Was it on there?
I don't watch it either.
We wouldn't know because we're not watching. These folks are. So I shouldn't bitch about that. Anyway, we're going forward with the village cemetery. We're gonna start thinking about the fencing options and maybe do a one-piece demo so we can see what it would look like. And
You want to do, we'll talk about it.
yeah,
We can talk about it now if you want.
yeah.
Do you want to do multiple options,
Well, at least a couple,
like a rail and a picket, or?
yeah.
Okay.
Something where we say, okay, this is a better fence option than chain link.
Well, no, chain links.
Oh, golly.
Well,
Because all the granite's still there. you know,
Most of it is.
well, close enough. We could get a couple pieces, we know where they are,
There's one broken and there's at least 3 down.
yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yep,
there's enough of it.
considering,
There would also be a tree that needs to be removed, because it's right on the fence line, within about 2 feet of the post,
yeah,
in the back, on the
Yeah.
back line.
Yeah.
But I think only one has to come down.
yep. So we'll be working on that. That's gonna be an ongoing, project to get
Yeah.
the road done, the wall has to be reset, trees have to be put in, but we've got some plantings going, I'm hoping this spring. And at least there'd be something there to indicate a softening. Because
Yeah.
right now, it's very harsh. And, you know. So,
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah.
Malza Grants, tradesman on the common, we just signed the application for a grant, so that's going in, and that would be for the October
October 1st.
1st this year.
This year it'll be 5.
5th year? Yeah,
No, it'll be 5 people.
5 people.
Yeah, blacksmith, tinsmith,
All right,
shoemaker, seamstress, and cooper.
okay.
Yeah, Claire is still not available particularly.
So that'll be part of the Apple Festival and Black Tavern Craft Fair. And agricultural committees getting involved, so they'll be on the common too. So that's it, the Grange, the Tavern. October, it'll come faster than we expect. Other business not known, I don't have anything. Member concerns? Hearing none. Guest comments? Oh, none.
Move to adjourn.
We've had their comments already. Move to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All excited? Yep.
The second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We killed that. Thank you, folks.
Are you all aware?